Welcome to Impact Networking's Project Management launch live from our Unified Support Operations Center here in Lake Forest. I'm Saul Corwin. I am the Director of Service Delivery for our Managed IT Division, and I'm going to be your host for today's event. As we launch our new cloud-based project management solution, we want to give you a complete look at what we're offering. So today's agenda includes an overview of the solution, a project management panel with some of our experts, a short demo of the Smartsheet platform, and we'll wrap up with some frequently asked questions. Now, we're also giving away a pair of Oculus goggles at the end of our event, so make certain you check the links in the description box below the video and get yourself entered before the end of the live stream. Now, if you're having any trouble with the video feed, or if you have any questions, post a comment and someone from our team will take a look. Now, I think we're ready to get started, so let me welcome Alex Park, Director of our Project Management Office, to the stage, and we'll get a few questions answered about our solution.
Thanks so much, Saul. Happy to be here. My name, as Saul mentioned, is Alexander Park, and I am the Director of our Program Management Office here at Impact Networking, and that consists of managing teams for teams of service delivery project managers, as well as heading up the organizational design aspect of the Smartsheet application.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you, Saul.
So, some questions here to get us started. First, why did Impact choose Smartsheet for its project management solution offering?
Thank you for that question, Saul. I think that as Impact identified a need for a project management platform, we are not ununique in the fact that we had a number of different business verticals that operated distinctly, right? We deliver managed services to managed IT firms. We deliver managed marketing. We deliver traditional hardware and copier, and then we also deliver unique custom software design services. So each of these areas operates in a different methodology, typically. Whether you're talking about waterfall for managed IT, or an agile methodology for software development, or whether you're looking at more of a lean project management methodology that our marketing team was more comfortable with. In any of those cases, there are unique challenges and unique instances that each of the users require to feel comfortable. And then from a management standpoint, Smartsheet was really the one application that allowed us to present that end user functionality while still allowing us to control the data and the way that the data connects to other business systems according to the rules that we need as a business. So really, Smartsheet in the marketplace of a lot of options of project software was the one that could combine the structure that we needed alongside of the usability from an end user perspective that was required.
So obviously a lot to take into consideration there. So with that and all of our different components within a business, how is Impact using Smartsheet internally, and what benefits have we seen thus far on the platform?
Great question. So internally, as I mentioned, this is our core business process capture mechanism for all of our service delivery, whether we're talking about managed IT, marketing, copiers, or software design, right? But it's not just that. It's also our resource time logging ingestion system. And it also takes that same visibility that our users are executing tasks with and visualizes that progress so that our customers can be kept up to date in real time. So that's on the project side. And we've begun migrating our long-term customer relationship management also to this platform. Both instances have turned historically static engagements of offline updates and information gathering and then report consumption and delivery they've turned all of that into real-time, consumable, collaborative discussions between our impact management, account management teams, and our customer leadership teams. So from a customer visibility standpoint, from an internal visibility standpoint, and then from an end user productivity standpoint, those are all areas that we've seen benefit. And from the user's perspective, if I can cut down the amount of clicks that I have to enter to produce information to superiors or the client, that's allowing me to focus on actual business driving activity that brings value rather than monotonous rekeying in and out of data. So I think at a high level, those three things are where we've seen a significant increase in benefit to impact.
So we talked there about what we've done, what Impact has done using this platform. Why are we adding it as a solution offering for our clients?
Another excellent question. Impact's not unique in the fact that we're attempting to grow as a mid-sized business, right? We are not unique in the fact that we have some of our most expensive workers were performing some of the tasks that were the least visible to management and leadership, right? We're not unique in the fact that we're trying to grow and consistently grow, right? So when we started looking at all of the lessons learned, all of the things that we had picked up along the way as we've been implementing things internally, the light bulb just went off for us to say, we know other companies are suffering from these same challenges, and we've successfully navigated those challenges. Why not bring that expertise to our customer base to help position them to be in a better position to win against their competition? And ultimately, that's why we're here today, talking about this solution, bringing it to market, and providing that same visibility that's helped Impact achieve our goals, get our customers the capacity to achieve their goals as well.
Okay, great. Now, last question for you for now.
Sure.
Why should a client work with Impact on a Smartsheet solution?
So not only is Impact only one of 14 solution certified organizations in the United States and only one of 40 in the entire world, but that consultant experience does not stay limited to the Smartsheet application. Yeah, we've talked about the fact that we have experience in building a solution for our internal operations and experience doing that for the customers as well. But really the value of partnering with Impact is the decades of consultant level experience that we bring to the table, right? It's not just simply our ability to look at a platform. It's an ability to have a conversation with your executive leadership team about what the organizational priorities and goals are for now, for 2 years into the future, and for 5 years into the future. And having somebody that's versed and being able to define and align with leadership, what is the goal? How do we get there? And then being able to effectively chart that in a key performance indicator and milestones and show you the progress of what we're building and the solutions and the benefits that we're providing, all done in the same application that we're ultimately going to deliver to the customer. That's the value of partnering with Impact.
All right, thank you, Alex. And we'll have Alex back shortly as part of our panel discussion. Now, before we move on, just real quickly, a reminder about our Oculus giveaway. Make certain that you go to the links there in the description box and get your name entered before the end of the live stream, so you ensure you've got an opportunity for that. Now, if you're looking to invest in a project management solution, you need more than just the sales story. When it comes to working with clients here at Impact, you get more than one expert. So we've put together a panel of users who have experience on the Smartsheet platform to provide more insight into the system and what its offerings are. So joining me now, we've got Alex Park back with us. We've got Justin Everly, who is our PMO Solutions Architect, and then also Doug Green, who is the Director of Sales for our Business Applications team. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So to start off, can each of you give us a bit of your experience with Smartsheet, and then we'll jump into some specific questions for the panel.
Perfect. Yes, thank you, Saul. Hi, I'm Justin Everly. I'm the lead solution architect for Smartsheet here at Impact. I am in charge of designing and pulling together a lot of the product and working with our customers to align their KPIs to deliver ultimately a pretty stellar solution. So, Doug?
Hi, everybody. My name is Doug Green. I'm the Director of Sales for our Business Applications team. Our Business Applications team is a group of about 75 people that help guide our customers through all the different aspects of digital innovation, from design and implementation to training and support to ongoing managed services.
All right, thank you both. So starting off with some questions here. First, what benefits would someone in a position like yours gain from Impact's project management solution?
For myself, it gives me the ability to organize my sprints and focus on all my projects' deliverables, while at the same time giving live information to the stakeholders. They're able to track and see, and in real time where their product is in development. They're able to make decisions, and I'm able to pre-program a lot of these very helpful time-saving tasks that otherwise would take me out of author mode to be able to really focus on the delivery and being strategic and planning versus pulling together a quick email or joining a status meeting that is no longer needed.
For our group, it's a couple of different things. I think we do a lot of, or we have in the past done a lot of redundant data entry, and so the ability to be able to aggregate all that information in a single application and then push it into some back-end line of business application is powerful for us. I think that the visibility that it creates into the process is a big deal. Most of what we did in the past that was done outside of our system of record was done in Excel spreadsheets and in email, and that doesn't create a lot of visibility into the process for us. And then I think the other thing that we use it for a lot is being able to trigger notifications and actions as certain tasks get completed to trigger other people in the process to execute their part of the task.
Okay, so next question for you gentlemen. What kind of customizations are possible or can Impact provide for our clients through Smartsheet?
Great question. So really, the level of customization is limitless. The tool is so powerful in being able to align according to your business rules, defining your KPIs, and being able to integrate all the right information controlled and manipulated and developed around ultimately what makes you successful. So working with us, being able to establish those and really drill down to deliver the right information to the right people at the right times to make decisions, be proactive, not reactive, and really drive your business.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about project management and the way that we manage things internally. But I think one of the things that's been interesting to us is the data collection side of it and how we can open this up to our customers. So, for example, we have lots of customers who want to collect time information. So I've got them collecting timesheets on a piece of paper, and then someone's rekeying that information into a system of record. Or I have people out in the field, they're technicians, and there's paperwork or information that they're filling out in the field that we need to get back into the office and into the system of record. Onboarding is a very common application where we're pulling information about, from a human resources standpoint, or a very common application is where we want to be able to kind of standardize a front end from an order entry perspective and be able to capture that information and push it into the system of record. And even contract management, we see contract management a lot. There tends to be a lot of complexity around that, and being able to manage that in a tool like this is invaluable.
So a lot of options there. So next question, what features within the platform do you think are the most useful for growing businesses, growing organizations?
So I think that from a feature standpoint, the Smartsheet is rife with features, right? So I don't think I can put a pinpoint on a single feature. If I had to name one thing, I think flexibility and the capacity to grow alongside of your business, right? So we talk a lot of our, even how we got our start internally here at Impact, was we identified a particular process, particular division that needed assistance and visibility. And then from there, that visibility started to grow organically out of that initial investment. So I think one of the biggest things is flexibility to say we have an isolated process or a department that needs help, but after that initial engagement, folks start seeing the benefits that come out of that visibility, whether that's the capacity for their management team to make a decision, whether that's the ability for someone to be notified consistently in a proactive nature so that work can continue to progress, or whether that's just putting visibility from a supervisory or a management or a leadership perspective into the work that's already occurring, right? So as processes are optimized and as the benefit is realized in one area, the growth and the ability of that tool to affect change in other areas begins to happen organically.
So one more question for the panel here. What industries or types of organizations have you all seen have real success after implementing the Smartsheet solution?
So, I mean, it's really almost who wouldn't benefit. The list is ever growing, but, personally, I've worked with the marketing agencies. I've worked with the staffing agencies that we were talking about earlier. Healthcare's been, seeing a really large application for them. To me, it's how do you define project, and project can be a number of things. It could be a set of tasks or processes that, you're trying to deliver, or it can be a physical product at the end. But it's all about setting the right rules according to, what made you successful, how'd you get there? And, all around, it's a good product.
Yeah, I think that that's 100% true. In most cases, when we're talking with our clients, our customers have some sort of a system of record already in place. And while those systems of record do certain things well, they all have certain gaps, regardless of what the platform is. And really what we're looking for from a business challenge standpoint is what are those gaps, and how can we optimize those processes using a platform like Smartsheet? In most cases, what we see people doing is they're managing those things in email and Excel spreadsheets and some sort of a manual process outside of the system of record. So, I don't really think that it's a vertical thing. I think that there are business challenges in almost every organization with the line of business applications that they have. And I think there are use cases throughout all organizations.
Yeah, and I think I want to piggyback off of both of those statements just a little bit, Saul. This is a modern work execution problem, right? This isn't an industry problem like Doug alluded to. There are work execution problems and visibility problems, regardless of the industry, regardless of the vertical, regardless of the type or the size of business that you're talking about, right? So I would frame this as any organization who's suffering from a lack of visibility to work that's being performed, any organization that manages any part of their day offline in a non-business system of record like email or spreadsheets or phone or walk by or what have you, or any organization where there's more time that's being spent compiling reports, compiling updates to deliver information, as opposed to spending the time making decisions based on that information that's been delivered to you. If you can answer yes to one or any of those questions, then Smartsheet is a potential fit for your business, and we'd be interested in having an additional conversation.
Excellent. So thank you, gentlemen, for all that input and those insights into the platform. Before we move on, one last quick reminder about our Oculus giveaway. Make certain that you use that link in the description box and get your name entered for that. So next, we're going to go into a short demo on the Smartsheet platform.
The Smartsheet platform unlocks the value. Smartsheet is designed to unleash the benefits of greater work agility and collaboration by providing a powerful platform for organizations to plan, capture, manage, report on work at scale. You can use your sheets to collect information directly, or you can use them to collect information via web form, which renders on all mobile devices. You can control what you want, what's optional, and declare what fields and information you need to collect in order to start a project. Additionally, Smartsheet connects via API or premium connection apps to almost any line of business system to insert Smartsheet into your current business process and software stacks. Using the data in your sheet that you've collected, you can render it via grid view, Gantt view to view dates and durations of projects. You can use card view to update key information, such as this demo is at risk because it is nearing the due date. And you can also view it via calendar view to see how long projects are going to run, where they overlap, and where you might have some resource contention. All of these are synchronized and powered by the same set of data in the grid view. And the way the user works with these is completely up to them, allowing for flexibility and efficiency while not sacrificing the underlying core structure. Using dashboards and reports, you can measure work progress against established key performance indicators, which will satisfy the delivery of operational key requirements at each level in the organization, from worker to management to leadership. The entire work process can also be broken up and visibility provided to only the portion of the process that a particular user or group is responsible for. This keeps users focused on core responsibilities while maintaining any security requirement in place by rule, practice, or compliance requirement. Using automations, once the work and the process is fully captured, you can begin to offload remedial tasks from people and build logic-based rules to remind resources of upcoming dates, request content updates via email, without even making the user log in to a full Smartsheet experience, or provide other informational points to resources throughout an engagement. You can alert individuals, set reminders, assign people to tasks, record a date that an action took place, request an update from users if a date is nearing, set up an approval workflow for key stakeholders, and you can even send alerts to users on Microsoft Teams. All of these options combine to increase the velocity in which you execute projects. If you're running a great number of projects, then you can use Control Center. Control Center allows you to take your projects and your assets and define a template set and produce projects at scale. Those projects get customized based on intake data, ABC company, their new project, XYZ company, their new project, along with key information known at the project inception, and allows you to produce a customized set of assets per project on demand. Whether we're talking about a high volume project, portfolio specific work, or other work that needs to be managed for marketing, IT, software, multiple departments, or whether we're discussing an additional department adoption and bolt-ons to the initial Smartsheet engagement, our experience will help uncover the right area to start and then our ideas for expansion. And we are able to do this on a platform that is trusted by 90% of the Fortune 100 and has important security considerations built in. With Impact's project management solution architects at your side, we can assess your business processes, validate your project needs, and build and deploy custom project management solutions tailored specifically to your business needs.
All right. So hopefully that demo gave you viewers a better idea as to how you can use the platform and some of the very impressive features that it has. So our last segment that we have today is going over some of the questions that we frequently come across when engaging with clients on a project management solution. So once again, I'm joined by Alex Park here to go through this last batch of questions.
Thanks for welcoming me back, Saul.
All right. So to get started, how would you describe project management to someone who has never heard of it before?
Someone who's never heard of project management, I think I could succinctly define it as any sort of task that requires responsibility and has some semblance of a date that is driving the completion timeline. Project management is simply managing that task through to completion and relying on the requisite party who is responsible to make sure that that is delivered effectively.
All right. So next question for you.
Sure.
What are some of the most common project management challenges that we come across?
Another great question. Thank you, Saul. So as we've seen internally, or as we've seen as we've been consulting with our customer base, we have identified 3 specific areas where project management or projects fall off the rails. First and foremost is the alignment issue with the executive team and between the executive team and the end users. Do the end users and the project managers understand the goals of the business and the goals that the project is there to achieve? And subsequently, does the business have an understanding of communicating the changes in direction to the business downstream to the end users? Secondarily, poorly defined responsibility and scopes of projects. Who's responsible for actually executing on something? Is that a team, etc.? Or what is the scope of the deliverable that we're executing against, right? And then finally, it's a lack of visibility towards project risks, right? So not being able to see or identify proactively when things might be going sideways, and then having no capacity to funnel that information up to someone that can make a decision related to that information. So misalignment of executives, poorly defined scope and responsibility, and a lack of proactive visibility to mitigate risks. Those, I think, are core components that we've seen both in consulting and as we've looked internally at our own operation.
As far as those real challenges that can be come across.
Yep.
So next question for you. What should companies look for when wanting to invest in a project management solution?
Coming with excellent questions all around today, Saul. Thank you again. So a software, whether you're talking about Smartsheet or Jira or Microsoft Project, really, it doesn't really matter unless the points that we made earlier in the last question are adhered to, right? So unless you have an alignment and a vision as an executive team, and that vision is aligned with the project management or PMO team, the successful achievement of those goals isn't really going to be possible, right? So making sure that something is a right fit for the end users that are integrating with the platform, making sure that that platform has the capacity to capture business rules, to visualize progress against those rules, and then being able to have something that provides executive leadership with the capacity to make a decision based on the information that they're being presented. And that's all happening organically through the use of the platform. But if any one of those things are misaligned, then the specific platform that you invest in doesn't really make a lick of difference.
Okay. So here's a good one for you. For project managers, do they have to be certified to use Smartsheet?
Certification in project management. Depending on your methodology of choice, you have ridiculous amounts of project management certifications that you can go after, right? Whether you're talking Agile or Waterfall, just to name two. A lot of these methodologies have great best practices that a project manager could bring to help make the platform work for their particular use case, for their particular business. But the necessity to have any sort of a project management certification, that's not required to be a successful user of the platform. And in fact, one of the benefits of partnering with Impact is our capacity to offer additional certification in the Smartsheet platform. So empowering and taking past experience from your project manager's life experience, letting that help inform the design and the delivery of the platform that they execute against, and then backing that up with certification for the platform specifically, helps to start build champions internally to organizations so that they can start to see, hey, just like we did here at Impact, right? Hey, there's this particular problem I am attempting to solve, and then their understanding of the different functionalities gets to become organically spread throughout other divisions, other resources, and more people can start to reap the benefits of this solution.
So one last question for you, Alex.
Sure.
Should small companies invest in project management?
So I think that, similar to what we had talked about earlier, I don't think that there's a perfect size or, a turnkey fit for this particular product or solution, right? And out of all the things that we've talked about today, you're managing projects in some form or fashion, whether you're doing it formally or informally, whether you're providing tools for your resources to do that give you visibility, or whether your resources are managing their day-to-day offline in their own systems. This is happening right now. So as an executive leadership team, you have to ask yourself the question, if I don't have visibility into something and these tasks are already happening, how do I manage that effectively? Because if I don't measure it, how can I manage it, right? And now we're back to the continued alignment from a leadership perspective. It doesn't really matter how large or small your organization is. If you're not willing to put the time in, or if you don't have an executive vision and you can't relay that executive vision to the folks on the ground who are trying to execute that vision, then we're doomed for failure from the start. And that brings me back to why somebody would use Impact from a consultancy perspective, is because we have the experience to navigate those conversations, to align with your leadership team and help them identify what those operational key requirements are, how those relate to the key performance indicators, so that we can build the visibility that helps them be successful. Short of that, size doesn't really matter in this case.
All right, great. So obviously a lot of tremendous information for our viewers here. And Alex, thank you very much for your time today in going through all of this.
Absolutely, Saul. Thank you for having me.
Now, finally, it's time to announce the winner for our Oculus giveaway. And the name I have been given is Isabel Quintero. So congratulations very much. Someone from our team will be in contact with you before the end of the day, and we'll make sure that we get all that squared away for you. I want to thank all of my colleagues today for spending the time going over this and participating in our launch event, as well as all of our viewers for tuning in for this. We look forward to bringing this product to you and your teams and being able to fully customize it to meet your particular and specific business needs. So if you have any questions about what you've seen today or would like additional information about our project management solutions, please check out our website. The link to that is in the description box below. And again, thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.